So the next day, when I saw the video of him talking about all of the, Jakes and Tiphani and the Bradys and Matthew Stevenson and what is his name? Todd, whatever his name is, him, I thought, man, what is this guy angle? What is his angle? What is he after? I said, Lord, what is this man after? It's something, because I'm sensing deception. I'm sensing deception. God began to speak to me, not immediately, but throughout the day. I began to get an understanding on why this guy is speaking now. And so I said, what's going on? Well, listen, Benny Hinn wasn't enough for him. That was a lifelong dream, is for him to meet Benny Hinn, and he wanted to be a Benny Hinn, and that is what we need to talk about. Him dishonoring and honoring in the same sentence is already incorrect, right? You can't bless somebody and curse them from the same mouth. So I understand that his ultimate goal is to be like a father in the faith, to be like a Benny Hinn, and even more so a Billy Graham. He wants to be the it guy. He feels that he has mastered business. He has mastered business, and he has lit that sector up, and now he wants to come to the Christian world, even though he's been in ministry. But he's been in ministry with not a lot of recognition, and that's what he's after. He wants to become someone that's well respected in ministry, because he feels that he had been stepped on and, overlooked, and no one took him seriously. He was always viewed as less than, or whatever the case may be. Now he feels that he wants to come in now and be very deceptive in his way of coming. And any one of you that fall for this, I'm telling you, this is pure deception. Now, God began to speak to me about how and what he was doing. Last night, as I was going to bed, I was reminded of a dream that I had almost a month ago. It wasn't a month ago, back 2 months ago, about 2 months ago. And in this dream, I seen a lady. She had on red lipstick, and her mouth looked like Tiphani. Now, mind you, I could only see her mouth. Couldn't see anything else. And I saw she was talking, right? But I seen, it was like the words that were coming from another voice were deceptive. And I in that dream, I didn't understand it. I'm like, Lord, are you telling me Tiphani is deceptive? Because I knew it was her lips and her lipstick. You guys may not know her from the red lipstick, but I do. I do. And I just didn't understand that dream. And I said, no, that couldn't be what that dream means. I began to search for deeper understanding. I began to understand that it's telling me that the spirit of deception is the weapon that will be used against her. Jesus. Now, I didn't know that at the time. So as I pray for her, anyone else that God had me pray for, I wasn't necessarily praying directly for that. So God reminded me of that dream last night. And I said, oh my goodness, God, this is the deception that you're talking about. This is the deceptive voice that you're talking about. And how I would identify it is because I understand Tiphani's I have what is the word? The identifier. God will use things that you identify with. Well, I like red lipstick. So that's why her red lipstick sticks out to me. I like red lipstick. I have so many shades of red. So that in the dream stuck out to me because I like red lipstick, and I'm trying to understand why it was only her mouth that I was seeing, and then the words, she was talking, but there were other words that were coming from around her, not from her, the voice. Although she was talking, it was other voices that were speaking, and I just didn't get it then. Oh, but if I tell you I got it now, I understand now. I understand that God was allowing me to know that that would be deception, not only from Ferguson, but from many others. Not only against her, but for many other people. Believers, are you really believers? You and I have a duty to be able to pick things apart and to discern exactly what's going on. We're supposed to be able to, but many believers are so blind. They're so emotionally connected with something to where they cannot see clearly. There's no fair judgment. They're either on this side, and then there's biases, so they can't really make a clear choice. And so it's Jesus. It'll take God. It'll take God. Because many believers have chosen to remain blind because they're so emotionally attached to something, to where they don't want to know the truth. They don't want to see. They don't want to know. They don't want to know. And neither are they trying to find out, because some of them love the ideal of living in a false reality. I'll tell you what, that's not my cup of tea. I want to know the truth about everybody, even myself. Even me. Don't lie to me about who you think I am. And I won't lie to myself. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. I won't have a bias towards myself and choose to be unfair about any situation because I believe I'm one way or the other. It can never be. That's pride. Jonathan is walking in pride. Deep, deep, deep pride. Deep, 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 deep pride. Deep pride. And I'm telling you,